Alright guys, so by this time everybody knows that Canelo Alvarez signed a 4-fight deal with Turkey Al-Sheikh Riyadh season. He also had an offer on the table with Jake Paul, which was signed. It was a signed contract because Canelo Alvarez didn't have an opponent for May. And the contract with Turkey Al-Sheikh wasn't going to start till September with a banger with him and Terence Crawford, right? So anyways, Canelo Alvarez decided not to go with Jake Paul. He said he knew he was going to make a lot of money, but he said this doesn't add anything to my legacy. He's not a real boxer. He's trying to be. And Turkey Al-Sheikh, this was funny as hell. He actually said, why doesn't Jake Paul fight someone like Mr. Beast? That will make massive numbers. Everybody will tune in. Even if they put it on YouTube or Netflix or whatever, everybody will tune in. And I agree with him. Everybody will tune in just to see Mr. Beast versus Jake Paul, right? Which I personally think that Jake Paul will destroy Mr. Beast, but anyways, everybody will watch it. So let's go back to Canelo. So Canelo Alvarez has a 4-fight deal. Now that's a lot of fights. That's a lot of money. It could be in the range anywhere between $300 to $500 million. That is crazy. But obviously the mega fight, which I said in the past, a lot of people, when they said it was canceled, a lot of people were saying that Canelo Alvarez was ducking Terence Crawford. Well, everything is debunked. He never ducked Terence Crawford. He took the fight deal. The fight is an agreement. He does want to fight Terence Crawford at 168. Now, what fight is Canelo Alvarez going to fight in May? Now, there's talks about Jamal Charlo or Bruno, the guy that beat Jaime Munguia. Now, I think that Bruno Soares, or however you say his last name, he got lucky against Jaime Munguia. I think Jaime Munguia was super confident in that fight. And also the ref, he started counting from 4 up. He didn't even start counting from 1 when Jaime Munguia went down. But anyways, I think Bruno is more like for example, somebody like George Kambosos, where it's a one-hit wonder, right? Where when he beat Teofimo Lopez, and after that, we all knew that Kambosos was a C-level fighter. Then after that, he got destroyed by Lomachenko, by Devin Haney twice. See what I mean? So I personally think that Bruno is the same way. He is at no level of Canelo Alvarez. So I think Canelo Alvarez will beat him. Bruno is more of like a C-level fighter, maybe C+. So that is like a tune-up fight for Canelo Alvarez. Out of the 4-fight deal, you eliminate that. And then you got the biggest fight that a lot of boxing fans have wanted, which I personally don't think that this is the biggest fight. I think that the biggest fight was David Benavidez, but we got Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez. According to Turkey, this is like the biggest fight in boxing history that could be made right now, kind of like in soccer with Messi and Ronaldo going head to head. That was his example, and a lot of people can agree with that. I don't agree with that, but it is what it is. I'm still gonna tune in and I'm still gonna watch it. I'm still pretty hyped for it. Then after Terence Crawford for 2026, this right here, guys, is where it gets really interesting. There is Dimitri Bivol on the table. There is Artur Beterbiev. There could be David Benavidez. See, the thing with David Benavidez, this is the big picture right here, because the 4th fight is an unknown match for Canelo Alvarez. So check this out. We just saw David Benavidez beat David Morrell at 175. It was a hell of a fight. A lot of the fights there in that card were amazing. Even the Pitbull Cruz fight was amazing. That should have been the co-main event. We saw David Benavidez that he beat David Morrell, right? Now he's positioned in this rematch between Beterbiev and Bivol that's going to happen. The winner will be either the new undisputed or Beterbiev will retain his undisputed titles. And then now David Benavidez is a mandatory for the winner of that fight. Could the 4th fight for Canelo Alvarez, since it's unknown, because we don't know what's going to unfold in this year for next year, if David Benavidez fights Beterbiev or Bivol, and then he wins against Better Beef or Bivol. Then we have David Benavidez as the new undisputed champion at 175. Could it be by then Canelo Alvarez will face Benavidez at 175? Because now Benavidez has something to offer to Canelo Alvarez, right? Because he said in the past that he does not have anything to offer me other than 25 pounds more, right? But this time he does have all the titles to offer to Canelo if he was to get past somebody like Better Beef or Bivol. But that's if he was to get past both of these guys. You see what I mean? Because both of these guys are the best fighters at 175 right now. If Benavidez was to lose against somebody like Better Beef or Bivol, forget about the talks between Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez. That fight is never going to happen because Canelo Alvarez would prefer to go for an undisputed match at 175 versus Artur Beterbiev or Dimitri Bivol. The only way that is going to happen is if Benavidez becomes undisputed at 175. Let's just keep it real. That's just my opinion, but as the way I see it unfolding, it looks like it's going that route. You know, hopefully the haters and this time around, they are satisfied with the fact that they're getting this Canelo versus Crawford, right? And then we'll see how 2026 unfolds with Benavidez, Bivol, and Better Beef for Canelo. With that being said, I'm on to the next one. Peace.